Hello everyone, this is Geek Tropology, and today I want to discuss what's going on Lucasfilm right now. Also, I'm wearing a hat. Tell me in the comments if you like the hat. My great grandfather used to collect and wear a lot of hats, so I collect them. I knew him, and I guess it passed on to me. Anyway. I remember this scene on Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, where they are discussing the actual meaning of life. And why we don't get to the meaning of life is two things. One, we don't wear enough hats. Second, we lack the self observation, the introspection to achieve that the divine essence that will be called a soul. We distract ourselves in less important matters. Thus, I'm wearing a hat. And I want to speak to you about this Star Wars deal because it's something pretty close to that. You know that Star Wars defended a person that is actually a racist. This Christina Ariel, she has said a lot of nasty things about white people. And now, in the words of Star Wars, they support her. Thus, they support her beliefs. This is not the first time I have seen something like that. I have seen other companies fall into racism by overcompensating. And I have seen the timeline, and you know what? They posted about the birthday for Kelly Marie Tran, but didn't did the same for James Earl Jones. Then they got called out about that, about the clear racism they show for black men. They were called out about what they did to Finn. Then it came a celebration for Martin Luther King Jr. And they decided to post about that, going against racism. And obviously, they were called out again. And I do believe the post on that celebration was them overcompensating for what happened with James Earl Jones. Then, one of their personnel, a black woman at that, gets under fire. They obviously defended this black woman because they don't want to be known as a racist company. They didn't did the homework right, because if they have done anything to know what was happening, they will have gotten the idea that maybe this new employee has shown a lot of racism against white people. She has literally, in multiple occasions, disparaged white people as a whole. She has shown racism clearly. Now Disney Star Wars supports that. This company has the bad tendency to overcompensate whatever happens, and is part of the ideology that they are currently in. Is the end for Star Wars. Star Wars will never come back. Star Wars will never be Star Wars again. Is that, Jim? Sad, I know, but it is what it is. And trying to correct that is wearing a hat. You are losing the point, and you are being given the material to lose the point by them, actually. While you fight about the racism they support and the racism they show, they keep printing racist material like the High Republic. They keep printing sexist material like the High Republic. They keep printing books that actually will be considered incendiary on every circumstance, and they doesn't even have the cojones, the balls to do it on the West. So one of the books they are printing that it goes full on about class war. One issue of the High Republic won't be printed for the West, will only be printed for China because that's the communist message. There's someone that has more than you, and that's bad. By trying to even interact with Star Wars, we are wearing a hat. We are losing the self-reflection needed to actually go bigger. Star Wars was a cultural stepping stone. It showed us what we value the most narratively, what we seek the most morally in our peers, and that's loyalty, that's fiercity, that word exists, do it, and maybe it is time for us to migrate to greener pastures, because right now we are basically on a shit farm, and we are wondering why every time we step in any direction we step on shit. Well, maybe because it's a shit farm. Whatever Star Wars do from now on, no matter what Favreau and Filoni and Gina Carano does, it's that, Jim. It is. There's nothing to fight for, because the people that are actually on the helm, that are actually on control of Star Wars, the ones that speak to the public, the ones that run the social media, the ones that communicate with the media, with every single platform, they are the woke ones. They are the ones in control. They are the ones that run the mouth. They run the pipeline to distribute content. They control Star Wars. And there's nothing we can do, because these people are willing to burn billions of dollars, with a B, billions of dollars, for agenda. They are willing to burn the basis of the product they paid $4.5 billion. They are willing to fully burn everything that they paid $4.5 billion for this ideology. and they have done it time and time and time again. How much do we need to understand what they are doing? The Mandalorian is a fluke. The Mandalorian is the outlier. And the Mandalorian is not the future. You know why? Because the future is what they show us it is. And they have shown us it is woke. They stand behind racism. They stand behind bigotry. They stand behind hate. Whatever endeavor Gina Carano takes on the future, I will be supporting it if it is outside of Disney. But I cannot support or condone any action or any material made by Disney because I know that is a tool for bigotry. And if you want to say that what she said is based on hyperbole or whatever, well, the context is not here. And it was not in the post that she responded to. It was not. She directly attacks a specific race. And that's supported by Star Wars. I don't need anything else. They have made a stand. I know there's good people trying to do good work on Star Wars. But what we get is what matters. And what we get is this. So never forget and never forgive. They have shown which way they are going, and I won't go with them. But maybe I will find something better, and I have. I have found the fundamentals, the community, the people, the channels, the friendships, and that's enough for me. From the bigotry Disney have shown, I have made something good. No, I can go with that good part and do something better. I do not need to be tied to bigotry, to racism, to hate. So long, Star Wars. I will be removing a lot of my decoration. I will only keep what I believe is tied to the real Star Wars. But the rest I can live without. And that's that. I'm done, but I'm not angry anymore. I knew that this was coming, and I have been saying that on my videos for a long time. Even though they are doing something good on The Mandalorian, the future is woke. So as I said once on Twitter, welcome to Progressive Park.